Hello everybody and welcome to Simulate Gaming and welcome back to another Farming Simulator 19 video here. Before we get going, apologise for the echoey background. I am still recording this from the Giants office in Germany and I'm in an office which is pretty echoey, so I do apologise for that. But one of the most common questions we're getting asked is how does the contracting work, or how do the missions work? The missions are now called contracting. That's the first thing to know. They're not two separate things, and they do work a lot differently to they did in FS19. So let's go ahead and bring up the pause menu here. So let's pretend if I go to garage actually first. Here we'll go to garage. As you can see, we own nothing. So let's say you're starting from the bottom. We're working out of an old derelict farm here. We need to go ahead and get some money in. Ignore the fact that I have £10 million. This is of course Giant's testing machine and testing game save. So what we do is we go to the pause menu, this little middle icon here with the stack of pages, that is now the contracts, or previously known as missions, and here we are greeted with a lot of people that need stuff doing for them. Now, there's some farm jobs you can do, obviously, like you'd expect. So this guy here obviously wants us to cultivate, and this guy here wants us to harvest some corn, judging by the header, the girl, sorry. In fact, it tells you here a brief description, but there are some. Knowing my luck, there's going to be none here now, actually. Okay, typically there's none here, but there's some won't show equipment, and that's usually transport missions. So someone wants you to use your own truck to pick stuff up and deliver it somewhere, whether it's a milk bowser, whether it's some pallets or something. So there are transport missions. I will try and add some of them to the end of this if I can. But first of all, we're going to go ahead and pick a nice easy mission. So let's say, once again, we have no equipment, so we will not be earning as much money as we probably should. That looks like an easy mission. I'm going to try and pick a small field. What sort of fields do we have that are small? So 18. Field 18 is pretty small. This girl wants us to, Justine wants us to harvest some corn by the look of it using a T5 and a roster mash. So accept contract is space. Very careful you pay attention to this part. So that will say yes, you'll do the contract, and that means you're using your own equipment. However, there's also the option to lease items with the backspace button. So we're going to go ahead. Lease machines are waiting for you at the shop. So now, of course, at the shop is the machines that we need. So we've got the roster mash, harvester here. We've got the New Holland T5 and trailer there ready to go as well. So, well, this was field 18, so that should be just around the corner. So we're going to go ahead and hook up the roster mash. You guys know how to do this sort of stuff here, but this will be waiting for you at the store. So where is field 18? Directly in front of us, just down the road a little bit here. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, now as we approach field 18 on the map there, so it's that field just over there to our right. You may be wondering, how can you tell it's the right field? It's not showing up on the map as a different colour. Is it going to let us harvest it? So we now have permission to harvest this one field, which is field 18. But if you can't remember the field number, you can literally just go back to the contract menu. Field 18 harvesting, this one will say active next to it, and you can just double check there. So once again, field 18, we only have permission to harvest for this one mission. Now there are some differences between doing this job. First of all, you'll see there's no time limit. We have no time limit to do this like we did in FS17. We can take your time with it. So let's go ahead and first of all pull up into here. There's no actual road going into this field. Let's go ahead and unfold the harvester. Right, we'll get it turned on and we'll begin harvesting. Now you can hire workers for this. That's the other difference. You can hire workers to do this for you. However, it will eat at your profits, and I mean literally eat at your profits. So you'll get about £24 for doing this mission if you let a hire worker do it, and of course we'll get even less money because we've rented the equipment. So there is a chance you could probably lose money depending on how big the job is. So you're better off doing it yourself and using your own equipment to get the maximum amount of money from the job. So if you have your own equipment, use it, do all the job yourself, you will get the maximum amount of money available. So we've had to lease items, so that's going to be a massive chunk. I'm actually missing some here. It's going to be a massive chunk off our wage. I'm actually going a little bit off course here. I'm not used to using keyboard and mouse. As you guys know, I'm used to using my wheel, hence why there's no wheel cam, because I'm currently in Germany without it. So we'll head up this one pass here, finish this real quick. Now, like I said, you do not have a time limit. So what you can do is say, actually, before I finish this, I need to go do something on my farm. So you can literally just go do your own work on the farm. Like previously, you used to run out the field and it would say, get back to the field, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mission failed. Now you can go anywhere on the map and just leave that there if you want to, and then come back to it when you're ready. So let's just say we had to quickly run back to the farm to feed our cows because they were about to die. I don't know, very dramatic example. Now you can just come back to it. Okay, so where were we? Let's go ahead and jump back into the harvester. It would help if we went onto the correct side, walk through the corn. There we go. And then you can carry on here. Now, if you don't want to continue the contract, you can go ahead and cancel it. Of course, you'll lose you won't lose money, but you won't get the money. Sometimes you can lose money if you've hired a worker, so you'll still have to pay the hired worker wages and stuff. But we're going to go ahead and we'll do one more pass on this, just so we have something to demonstrate here. We're going to get the T5 as well. Now, in case you're wondering, do you have to do everything? Pretty much you have to do the whole thing. We do have a progress bar here, so we've done 6% so far. When this is at 100%, it's done, so it's 0.81 hectares we're doing here. We need to take the product to the grain elevator. So I'm going to do one more pass here. We'll get the T5, we'll unload, we'll take it to the grain elevator. Obviously, we're not going to be completing the mission today because this is just a quick overview. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up the T5. I put the hard worker on. Like I said, it's best not to do that, but seeing as we have 10.5, well, nearly 10.5 million dollars or pounds, it doesn't matter too much. So we're going to take the trailer down there. We're going to unload from the hard worker. We'll take it to the grain elevator, and hopefully we'll get that. Now, if you're doing a harvesting job that drops straw and they do not want the straw, like not the straw, if they do, like, for example, say you're doing a wheat harvest. So far I've noticed no giants may patch this. I've probably asked them. They're literally just outside that glass door right next to me. But say they don't want the straw, they said nothing about the bales. You can steal the bales. You can do that. Now, if you're doing a fertilizing job, you have to buy the fertilizer, but then you get to keep it after. So if you fill up your fertilizer spreader, use quarter of a tank, then of course they've pretty much paid for that for you. So you get the money from the job. You've basically got free fertilizer there, because then you can use what's remaining in the tank with your mission. So this guy's gone ahead and started his pass there. So we're going to meet him at the other side, because of course we don't want to open the pipe into the crop. So we're going to go ahead and meet him up here, so then his pipe will be on this side. Okay, so he's just getting ready for his next pass now. Hopefully this bird here moves out the way, because we're about to run him over. Move. Thank you. Right, open your pipe. And then we'll unload this. We'll take it to the grain elevator. And that should be a little bit extra percentage on that. So we'll unload the corn into the back of this. Okay, so we're going to leave him now and let him get on with it. So now you're wondering where to take it. How do you know it's the right one? First of all, it says here, take it to the central grain elevator. But if you go to the map, it's also the one flashing. So this one up here is the central grain elevator. You can go ahead and tag this by pressing backspace. And now you'll have the green beam in the sky. You can just see it in the background there. It also shows up on the PDA as well if you go ahead and open it like that. Okay, so we are now just approaching the central grain elevator here, where the mission wants us to take this. We're going to go ahead and unload into here. Once again, that green thing is only if you set the tag, the little waypoint thing. Let's go ahead and unload this here via the back. Cool. So now if we go to contract emissions, as you can see, we're 37% done. They've obviously been harvesting in the background, and we've unloaded it, which is going to boost it up. So when that's 100%, it'll be mission complete. Then you have to click down here. It will say finish, and then you'll get your money. For now, we're going to go ahead and cancel this. My voice is going. Okay, so I'm going to show you the transport ones now, just so you know exactly what to expect and stuff. Now, I've had to quickly switch map. For the life of me, I couldn't get a transport and contracting mission to appear on the map we're on, which of course is Ravenport. So now we're on Fieldsburn, I hope I'm saying that correctly. And as you can see, this one here, transport items from Port Southeast to Farmer Hands. Now, it doesn't say what we need, and there's no way to lease contract. We have to accept the job and then do it ourselves. So, transport items from Port Southeast to Farmer Hands. So we need to find out exactly what's down there first of all. Okay, so we are now just approaching the dockyard where we were told to come meet up. Now, if you're wondering where you can find the item, on your map is a little yellow dot there. You can't click on it, but just look for the yellow dots and you will find what you're after. Now, as you can see, for this little setup, for the sake of this video, I've gone ahead and chose the JCB 4000 and also the small bale trailer and the front loader setup as well, because I did check and this is a pallet mission. So what we're going to do here is disconnect the trailer from the back of the JCB. We're going to go ahead and, just so we got a bit more maneuverability, we're going to turn on 4-wheel steering on the JCB 4000. Awesome little feature. We're going to try and line ourselves up the first time here. That's actually crab steering. I've done that wrong. There we go. There's 4-wheel steering. Help if I had the menu open. I would have saw a bit better then, but my bad. Right, so let's go ahead and get the pallet lined up if we can. This is quite hard to do with keyboard and mouse. Once again, if you guys are new to the channel, I usually use a steering wheel with a wheel cam, so using keyboard and mouse is a little bit different for me. In fact, you can probably hear the mouse in the background because the microphones are right next to it. I do apologise about that. Well, okay, let's go ahead and put this on to the trailer here. So this looks like we've got cartons of milk on here. Let's put it right in the middle. Usually meant to load up at the front, but for the sake of this video, I'm not going to bother with that. Right, there we go. Slide that off. Get it into a into a safe driving position. Right, we're going to turn normal road steering on here now, front wheel steering. Get that hook back up. Now whilst that connects and stuff, we're going to go ahead and put the straps through here. Do we need any more? That should do it, I think. That should do it. Right, so where did let's take it? We'll go back to contracts. We'll go to take it to Farmer Hands. Where the heck is Farmer Hands? Okay, if you're wondering where to take this, you can look on your map. Now, I already know there's a lot of dots going on here, but it is that red one there. Now, if you want to make this a little bit simpler, you can go ahead and turn everything off here. And then you leave on the point of interest, which is the exclamation mark. And as you can see, that is the only red dot remaining now. So we know that's Farmer Hands. So we need to go all the way up here, past field 27, up just above field 26, underneath field 27. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll turn our beacon lights on as we head down here. And I'll see you when we get there. Okay, I've just noticed before it comes into frame here, you can see that the red dot is always on the map, even when even when it's not on the actual map, you can see it around the outskirts. You know it's roughly there. You know what direction you're going in. So that's the other difference. It will always be showing on your map, I believe. And as you see, the red dot is literally just coming up to us now. So we're going to go ahead and unload this. So this must be Farmer Hands right off to our left here. I am not looking where I'm going. Right, so there we go. Farmer Hands now has a trigger outside his garden. So let's go ahead and detach this trailer real quick. I forgot to turn off automatic stop and start. So we'll go ahead and jump back into the fast track, get the beacon lights on here. Right, hopefully we can be quick with this because we do need to go into the road. Yeah, traffic can wait. We'll go into the road here. Right, we'll get that picked up. And hopefully we won't tip over in the process. We're going to go ahead and put it outside Farmer Hans' house. Bit of an excessive delivery of milk. Let's go ahead and drop it down. A good deal. You complete one mission. So there we go. That is the contractor mission. So you have to own your own equipment. We didn't rent this. I bought it for the sake of this video. But there we go. That is how contracting / missions work in Farming Simulator 19. Hopefully this is a bit of help for you. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to it if you're watching this before FS19 is out. Once again, I've been Simulate Gaming. Hit subscribe to see more FS19 content from myself. Slap my thumbs up button. It really does mean a lot. Once again, I've been Simulate Gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.